DR Congo are out. Harry Kane has made history, and the round of 16 bracket at the 2026 World Cup is now fully set. 16 teams, 8 matches, 4 days, and some of the most explosive matchups we've seen at this stage of a tournament in years. So let's break down everything you need to know, match by match, right now. First, let's close the book on what just happened in Atlanta, because it deserves a proper send-off. DR Congo held England 1-0 from the 7th minute all the way into the 75th. Lionel Messi produced a performance that left the entire football world speechless, turning away headers from Jude Bellingham, volleys from Harry Kane, shots from Marcus Rashford, one after another, for over an hour of relentless English pressure. But in the end, Kane did what Kane does. He headed home from an Anthony Gordon cross in the 75th minute to equalize, then lashed a stunning strike into the top corner in the 86th to put England through 2-1. His 12th and 13th World Cup goals all time, surpassing a tie with Pelé on the all-time list. DR Congo go home, but they go home having led England for 68 minutes in their first ever World Cup knockout match. That's not a failure. That's a story that'll be told for decades. Now let's talk about everything else that happened across this round of 32, because the full picture is genuinely extraordinary. Canada came out of it 1-0 over South Africa, with Stephen Eustáquio scoring in stoppage time and Alphonso Davies returning from his injury to play his first minutes since the group stage. Historic. Brazil survived Japan 2-1. Norway knocked out Ivory Coast 2-1, with Erling Haaland scoring the deciding goal in what was Norway's first ever World Cup knockout stage win in their entire history. France absolutely dismantled Sweden 3-0, with Kylian Mbappe orchestrating a performance that looked like a warning shot to every remaining team in the bracket. Mexico beat Ecuador 2-1 at the Azteca. Morocco knocked out the Netherlands on penalties after a 1-1 draw, continuing their extraordinary run at this World Cup. Paraguay's incredible penalty shootout win over Germany we've already covered in detail. And on the rest of the bracket, Senegal defeated Belgium, the United States beat Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia eliminated Portugal on penalties, Algeria eliminated Switzerland, Egypt knocked out Australia, Argentina demolished Cape Verde 4-0, and Colombia beat Ghana to complete the round of 32 picture. That's the full 16. Now here's the round of 16, laid out match by match. Saturday the 4th of July, 2 matches on Independence Day in the United States. Canada faces Morocco in Houston at 1 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Think about that fixture for a second. Morocco, who just knocked out the Netherlands on penalties after holding them to a draw. Canada, who just won their first ever World Cup knockout match and have Alphonso Davies back in the squad. A genuinely 50-50 tie between two teams with momentum, belief, and nothing to fear. The winner goes to Boston in the quarterfinals. That same afternoon in Philadelphia, Paraguay take on France. Paraguay, who just produced arguably the biggest upset in World Cup knockout history by eliminating Germany in a penalty shootout. France, who just beat Sweden 3-0 and look arguably like the best team left in this tournament. Mbappe against a team that's already eliminated the 4-time champions. That is an unmissable football match. Sunday, the 5th of July, Brazil versus Norway in New Jersey. This is the heavyweight fight of the entire round of 16. Erling Haaland at his first ever major tournament, having already scored 4 goals in this competition, against a Brazil team that's been building momentum after a shaky group stage opener. Vinicius Jr. against a Norwegian defense that's proving tougher than expected. Carlo Ancelotti looking to guide the Selección one step closer to ending their 24-year wait for a World Cup title. Then, later on Sunday evening, England head to the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City to face Mexico. England versus Mexico. At the Azteca, the 3 Lions against the co-hosts in front of what will be one of the loudest atmospheres in this entire tournament. Mexico beat Ecuador to get here and have the backing of an entire nation behind them. England are coming off a difficult but ultimately convincing win over DR Congo. This is the match every neutral fan in this tournament has been circling. Monday, the 6th of July, the winner of Spain versus Austria faces the winner of Croatia versus Portugal in Dallas. Both those round of 32 ties produce their own drama. Croatia eliminated Portugal on penalties in what was a genuinely emotional match, given it featured what many expect to be Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup appearance. Spain defeated Austria 3-1 and looked dangerous, with Lamine Yamal in electric form. That Dallas quarter-final slot is going to produce something special. Later Monday in Seattle, the winner of the USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina clash faces the winner of Belgium versus Senegal. Both those results came in today. The United States beat Bosnia 2-1. Senegal produced a stunning comeback to eliminate Belgium 2-1. So it's the United States against Senegal in Seattle on Monday. The Americans at home in front of a sold-out Lumen Field crowd against an African side that just knocked out a genuine tournament contender. Tuesday, the 7th of July, 2 final matches to complete the round of 16. In Atlanta, the winner of Argentina versus Cape Verde faces the winner of Australia versus Egypt. Argentina dispatched Cape Verde 4-0. Egypt beat Australia 2-1. So Messi and Argentina face Egypt in Atlanta. Egypt, who ground through a chaotic group stage and then eliminated Australia. Argentina, who are the reigning world champions and who have Messi playing at the peak of his powers, with 8 goals already in this tournament. Then in Vancouver, Colombia against either Algeria or Switzerland. Algeria beat Switzerland 2-1, so it's Colombia versus Algeria, a South American side that topped their group against an African nation that's been one of the genuine stories of this knockout stage. Now let's step back and look at the bracket as a whole, because what's striking when you put all 8 fixtures together is how completely unpredictable the path to the final has become. Look at the top half of the bracket alone: France versus Paraguay, Canada versus Morocco. The winner of those two meet in Boston in the quarterfinals. There's a realistic world where Paraguay, who just beat Germany, and Morocco, who just beat the Netherlands, are both in the last 8 of this tournament. That's not a fantasy scenario anymore. That's a genuine possibility based entirely on what those two teams have already proven in this knockout stage. And in the bottom half, you have England at the Azteca, you have Brazil against Holland, you have Argentina against Egypt, 3 of the most iconic names in the history of this sport in the same half of the bracket, meaning at most one of them can reach the final. The full round of 16 schedule runs from the 4th of July through to the 7th, 8 matches across Houston, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Mexico City, Dallas, Seattle, Atlanta, and Vancouver. Every single one of them is a genuine knockout match where the quality gap between the teams is smaller than at any previous World Cup in recent memory. DR Congo are out. They gave everything and nearly produced one of the all-time upsets, but the tournament rolls on, and what's coming in the next 4 days might be the most intense stretch of football in this entire competition. Which round of 16 match are you most excited about? Is it France versus Paraguay for the sheer drama of it, England at the Azteca for the atmosphere alone, or Brazil against Norway with Holland hunting one of the greatest nights of his career? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single update, and we'll see you when the round of 16 kicks off on Saturday. This tournament is still developing, and as always, football never stays quiet for long.